Greetings and welcome to the African Evaluation Journal. As you know, my name is Dr. Mjiba Frehiwot, and I am the new editor-in-chief of the journal. I took over for Mark Abrahams, who held it down for the entire life of the journal, and we must thank him first and foremost for helping us reach 1 million views. And we also must thank our those who put papers in the journal, people who read the journal, people who recommended the journal, people who really have taken our journal to the next level when it comes to evaluation in Africa. And so as a new editor-in-chief, I thought would make sense to outline my vision for the journal for the first 10 year of my appointment. The first thing I want to do is, of course, continue the strong academic legacy of the journal. The journal has been the go-to journal for African evaluation matters since its inception. And as a matter of fact, it is being centered globally around questions of evaluation in Africa, as well as how to think about African evaluation outside of a Eurocentric paradigm. So that's the one thing I want to do, sort of continue that legacy. The second thing that I want to do is begin to elevate the journal to a higher academic standard. And that higher academic standard would include ensuring that our authors utilize African academics and African resources on the continent in order to think through some of the arguments that we're making. And this is no fault of anyone who has presented an article or any editors previously. It's just that as we begin to learn more about decolonizing knowledge and knowledge production in Africa, it's important for us to center African voices, specifically around questions of African evaluation. African people globally have written about, M&E, have written about all sorts of components of the evaluation field. So that's the second thing that I'm really looking forward to doing in collaboration with my associate editors. The third thing that I'm looking to do is to also introduce a thematic issue each year that is governed by a particular theme which is relevant in evaluation. And we're hoping that the first thematic issue, which will come out sometime in the future, hopefully this year, will be focused on feminism and evaluation in Africa. And those thematic issues will engage questions that we haven't previously engaged in the African Evaluation Journal, and or will focus primarily on burning issues in evaluation across the African continent and in the diaspora. And then the last thing that I'm interested in doing with the journal is I want to introduce in conversations where African evaluation practitioners or academics can be in conversation with each other, and it can be produced in the journal, as well as profiles and as well as interesting standpoints. The very, very, very last thing that I'm interested in doing is ensuring that the African Evaluation Journal, which it already is, but elevating it to the next level, is the #1 place that funders, practitioners, people working in the field, academics go to for African evaluation. And this is through 3 things: continuing to produce strong materials from the ground based in African ideas, epistemologies, and theories, right? And then the second thing is to partner with organizations across the continent and diaspora who are also doing African evaluation work. And this we've been doing, but to continue that legacy. And the last is to plan a series of, workshops and trainings for anyone who may be new to academic writing, so that their academic writing can also be part of the African Evaluation Journal. So those are the sort of I guess it's a 5 or 6 point plan that I'm hoping to implement, along with my 4 associate editors, as well as support from the African Evaluation Association. I want to once again thank all of our supporters, our stakeholders, those who wrote for the journal, those who downloaded the journal, those who let their classes read the journal, those who gave the journal to a community, those who used the journal and to inform their evaluation and monitoring practice in Africa and beyond, because we know that the journal moves beyond Africa. Congratulations on 1 million plus views.